Maharishi Patanjali is one of the greatest human beings to have lived on this planet where we live today. The codifier of the Yoga Darshana, that beautiful perspective of the universe in which we live, a perspective that enables us to know who we are, gives us the steps that we need to take to retrace our way back to being that absolute universal self that we in reality are. The classification of yoga into the Ashta Anga is one of the great blessings we have from Maharishi Patanjali. And he talks of the yoga Anga as Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. The 8 Angas, the 8 limbs. It is common to find people talking about the Ashtanga Yoga as 8 steps of yoga. Patanjali actually only uses the term Yoga Anga or the limbs of yoga. And just as we have our hands, we have our legs, the rest of our body, each limb in our body, each component of the body is an important part of who we are. Similarly, each component of Ashta Anga, be it the Yama or be it Samadhi, they are all important for the wholesome nature of yoga. Yoga is wholesomeness. It is beyond the divisions. And this is well brought out when Patanjali talks about the Yama Niyama, saying that they are not limited by Jati, Desha, Kala, Samaya. In fact, he says, Jati, Desha, Kala, Samaya, Anavachinna, they are not limited. Sarva Bhauma, they are universal. Mahavratam, great vows that we take to lead our life as a human being. The Yama, they are the restraints that enable us to control the subhuman aspects of our nature, becoming human. And of course, the Niyamas, they enable us to be human and move into our humane nature, thus fulfilling our Manushya Dharma, the human responsibility to live life as a human being, think as a human, speak as a human, and do as a human being, not as an animal, not as a subhuman being. The Yama are 5-fold, and they are Ahimsa Satya Asteya Brahmacharya Aparigraha Yamaha. He says that there are these 5. And similarly with the Niyamas, Saucha Santosha Tapaswadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhanani Niyamaha. So he has given us these 5 Yama, 5 Niyamas, 10 beautiful rules to live by. Not for the sake of being better than somebody else, not because we are afraid of punishment, not because someone told us to live them, but because we want to live as a human being. The Yama Niyama are very personal in nature. They are the conscious choices we make as a human being, not to be subhuman, and the conscious choices we make to transform our human life into one of a humane nature. It is only when the Yama Niyama are part and parcel of our life that we are truly human, let alone being yogis, as everybody likes to call themselves these days. If you have a yoga mat on your back, you are a yogi. To be human, even to be human, we need to live the Yama Niyama. And Patanjali reminds us, he says, Yoga Anga Anushtanat, to live, to experience, to be consciously living the Yoga Anga. Yoga Anga Anushtana Ashuddhi Kshaye. All the impurities, the kleshas and the karma bandhas, they all start to fall away. We start to burn away them. We start to eliminate all that we are not. Ashuddhi, that which is preventing us from knowing our own pure nature. Ashuddhi Kshaye, destroyed. And he says, Jnana Deepti, that illumination, inner illumination. When we say that we see, even cartoon characters, whenever they have an idea, a bulb lights up, Jnana Deepti. That Jnana Deepti that lightens up within us. Jnana Deepti, Viveka Kyatehe. Viveka Kyati. We start to live in a plane of consciousness that is endowed with the buddhi, the Vijnanamaya Kosha, having the power of Icha, Jnana and Kriya Shakti, wanting to live as a human being, knowing how to live as a human being, and then going about living as a human being. Well, all of that is the Viveka Kyati, the discerning intellect, that which knows the real from the unreal, that which knows the impure from the pure, that which knows the impermanent from the permanent. Because otherwise, avidya, the root klesha, the mother klesha, from which all the other four kleshas start to manifest and flower in abundance in our life, thus destroying any sense of sanity. That avidya is the one that is preventing us from knowing ourselves. And if avidya is to be destroyed, if avidya is to be overcome, if that darkness of avidya is to be destroyed and overcome, that Jnana Deepti and Viveka Kyati is so important. That is the purpose of the Ashtanga. Ashtanga Yoga aims to help us purify ourselves, illuminate ourselves, and have that highest state of wisdom, prajna, where we finally know ourselves. And for that he has given the Ashtanga, Yama, Niyama, of which there are the 5 Yama, the 5 Niyama, and each of them a state of being, a state of non-violentness, a state of truthfulness, a state of non-stealingness, where we live in that state. It is not just saying, I'm not going to steal, but we live in a state where even the thought of stealing doesn't come into us anymore. At that point, we are ready to go into asana and then pranayama. At which point, the bahiranga, the external limbs of yoga, that can be evaluated, that can be seen and experienced a bit externally. We move from the bahiranga into the antaranga part. And pratyahara, where we start to go within, the withdrawal of the senses into ourselves, finding that beautiful peace, that happiness, that serenity, that tranquility that lies within us. And when we find that, then we are ready to pinpoint the mind in dharana, enabling the uninterrupted flow in dhyana, and finally that state of absorption, complete absorption of oneness in sama, adi, samadhi. The Ashta Angani, these 8 limbs, they are beautiful tools for our life. And in fact, we can even consider that the 8 are in fact 16, because each of the yama and each of the niyama, the 5 and 5, they are so detailed, they are so all-encompassing that they could even be considered a limb on their own. And as Yogacharya Gauri Shankar of Canada once wrote a beautiful essay, The 16 Limbs of Patanjali's Yoga. Well, each of these limbs, starting with Ahimsa and going all the way up to Ishvara Pranidhana, each of these 10, 5 Yama, 5 Niyama are so important. And again, as Patanjali has said, they are not limited by Jati, Desha, Kala, Samaya. You do not limit them, they are unlimited. They are beyond any division of class, jati, place, desha, any time period, kala, and any circumstances, samaya.